petrified.
Jane had decided that she didn't want to stay in it, so we were packing up just what she basically needed. I said I would go upstairs and shut the window. And as I got to the window, I noticed that the palm cross had gone off the windowsill. Everything went really icy cold, and I thought, I'm scared, there's something in here. I don't think any of us would ever go back in that house. I wouldn't ever go back in it. I've been back to the outside of it and looked at it from the outside, just for curiosity, but I didn't go in it.
Fobbing, a quiet village in the heart of rural Essex.
I loved my home life situation, but just despised the building that it was in. If I was financially viable to get myself and everyone out, I would have.
It was just really like a guilty little secret, you know. We only spoke about it between ourselves in this house.
The Williamsons had lived happily in their home for 7 years. Then, when Chris was 17, he experienced something that changed their lives forever.
There was one particular night that's quite etched into my memory for the rest of my life, and quite terrified the life out of me, to be honest. Well, when things changed, it was like coming home to a different house. The only way I can describe it is if there was a switch on the wall, like a light switch. Someone switched it on, it just sucked the atmosphere out of the room, and all of a sudden everything just would go cold. I just thought I'd hit a funny stage in puberty, you know. I thought, oh, hang on, it's all gone a bit crazy. Things you couldn't explain would happen a lot. You'd hear bangings and you'd hear crashings.
We've done 13, this is number 13, we've done... So it's your last chance to try, pick your fingers, that's right, well, give it a go. But I've told you how many people are doing this, it's amazing, they've all got at it, you know. I mean, Bruce came on the show the other day, did you see him? Yeah, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, children, it's not going to ride, it's 2 hours of Holter. Well, I was watching a magic program, and that is really cool.
Came running up the stairs and was white as a sheet and tears in his eyes. He was really, really frightened.
It did feel personal. It felt like someone had put a jinx or a spell on me. And it sounds crazy, but it just felt like it was me and me alone.
After that night, Chris reported that the activity around him began to increase until he felt he was haunted on a daily basis.
It was pointless. It was like fighting an invisible man. You know, you can't hit what you can't see, and you can't stop what isn't there. It was just being trapped against nothing and not being able to stop something horrible happening.
He was scared to sleep in his bedroom. He was scared to go downstairs and get a drink, you know, and scared to get up in the night and go to the toilet. Just basically scared of being there, being in the house. He didn't like it.
Soon, it wasn't only Chris who said he felt haunted at the house. His girlfriend believed she sensed something too.
I had no idea about any of the stories that had been going on because I think Chris didn't want to scare me. It was always comfortable down here. It was just upstairs that was the problem. The first time I went up the stairs by myself, I felt it straight away. it's really hard to walk forwards into his room. It was like there was someone there. It definitely was not a nice thing in that room.
Well, Chloe didn't have to verbally tell me anything. I could look at her and I could sense that she wasn't quite content with the house. I didn't want to tell her. I didn't feel a need to tell her because maybe it would stop, but it didn't, unfortunately, as she found out.
It felt sort of angry in there.
She was actually terrified because we hadn't mentioned it to her, and it was just like bang. She was really, really frightened.
When Chris first told me about all the stories and what he felt in this house, it all clicked into place. I completely believed him, 100%. Didn't doubt a word that he said.
Although Chris and Chloe were now convinced of a presence in the house, Linda was careful to keep it from her 5-year-old son.
We didn't mention this to anybody really, and I certainly didn't mention it to Ryan. He was just a little boy.
Well, I don't really remember people coming in and like talking about ghosts, and at the time I didn't know about ghosts, what they were, or what they even looked like. He had a strange face, some black trousers and some black boots.